After years and years of research and studying, we finally got our breakthrough. So according to our studies, you must sit on your hand until it's fully numb, and then you can just start going to town. What's up guys, Jared here with another terrifying movie review. So back in 2008, there was this little horror slasher film by the name of The Strangers that hit the theaters. It sort of did something different, it didn't really follow this horror template, and that's what set it aside from all of these other generic slashers. It did fairly well critically, and also made a decent amount at the box office. Now it's 2018, and Hollywood did what it does best and made a sequel for this film, The Strangers Prey at Night. So does this movie hold up with the original? Let's find out. So The Strangers Prey at Night, the plot is pretty straightforward. A family is driving their dysfunctional daughter to some sort of boarding school because she's kind of been acting up at school. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Anyways, they go and spend the night at their aunt and uncle's trailer park / campgrounds. They show up late, everyone is sleeping, and they settle into their new trailer. However, they receive a knock at their door, and it's a mysterious girl asking if Tamra is there. Hi, is Tamra home? I'm her BFF. No, it was a lot less peppy and a lot more creepy, like this. Is Tamra home? As the night continues, more and more odd things happen, and then the family realizes that they're the victims in this sick murderous game. So straight up, The Strangers Prey at Night is really not a great film. It's sort of a copy and paste, paint by numbers horror flick. Before I get into this, there were a couple things that stood out to me as positives at least. Some of the shots from various scenes were pretty cool and visually appealing. I think both of these appeared in the trailer, but one of them is this old bridge lit by pretty much only the moonlight, and then there's this flaming truck slowly creeping towards our crawling victim. And the other are these cool neon palm trees in this like community pool area. These weren't game-changing scenes, but it definitely added something to the film. Another thing that this movie had going for it was its choices in music. They sort of went with this 80s vibe all throughout the film and picked these 80s synth pop staples, such as Bonnie Tyler's A Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart.
And Kim Wilde's Kids in America. And Air Supply's Making Love Out of Nothing at All.
Making love out of nothing at all.
Even the trailer had Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now.
I think we're alone now. It doesn't seem to be anyone around.
I'm a huge 80s music fan, so I gotta say that the music choices were spot on, even if it made it feel more like a music video rather than a movie. Oh, and one last thing, a character gets insulted by being called a queef. I just think that that's funny. Aside from the couple good things, Prey at Night just felt pointless and predictable. The characters are pretty much one-dimensional, but that doesn't stop the movie from trying to make us care about them. The first act tries to set up this backstory and emotional connection to these stereotypical characters, but it just doesn't work. So when they're in any sort of danger, you really don't care. And it almost feels like they want to die in this movie because they do so many dumb, frustrating things. Whether it be running a few hundred yards only to forget where you came from, going into a dark, creepy, open trailer, or not shooting the murder when you have a chance. Lastly, the director or writer or crew or someone just had this horror checklist and they needed to check everything off of it. Based on true events, a dysfunctional family, a rebel daughter, an athletic son, someone explains how to use a gun, someone drags an axe, there's a creepy loud vehicle, some fog, a villain has 9 lives, there's some unnecessary jump scares, and a cliffhanger ending. Also, I don't know if it was intended, but I feel like they were trying to cash in on Stranger Things with the font and synth undertones that they used. It's probably them just paying homage to 80s horror films, but the similarities felt very strange. Overall, The Strangers Prey at Night is just a generic slasher sequel that Hollywood's trying to cash in on the name, with some great shots and camera work along with some kick-ass 80s music, but with one-dimensional characters, them doing the dumbest things, and pretty much hitting everything on the horror checklist. I'd probably skip out on The Strangers Prey at Night. It's not this fleshed out, interesting story, but could be this dumb slasher for a date night or a group of friends. What did you think of The Strangers Prey at Night? Was it the horror slasher sequel you were hoping for? Or is this just a bunch of idiots running around in the dark for 90+ minutes? I want to hear about it in the comments below. As always, you can find me on the social medias at Jared Buckendahl on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and now Stardust. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I'll see you later.